Lieutenant Emma Rodriguez received her assignment with the same stoic acceptance she had shown throughout her military career. The sealed orders directed her to report Station Alpha 7, a remote diplomatic outpost on the edge of human space. Her mission: serve as personal attendant to Queen Lyrelith of the Netherian Empire, a crucial ally in humanity's ongoing war against the synthetic collective known as the Convergence. The briefing had been sparse. The Netherians possessed advanced shield technology that made their ships nearly invulnerable to Convergence weapons. Queen Lyrelith had specifically requested a human attendant as part of the alliance negotiations. Emma's background in xenobiology and her spotless service record made her the ideal candidate. Station Alpha 7 buzzed with nervous energy when Emma arrived. Diplomatic staff whispered in hushed tones about the importance of maintaining perfect relations with their alien guests. Ambassador Williams pulled Emma aside moments after her shuttle docked. "Remember, Rodriguez, this alliance could turn the tide of the war," Williams said, his weathered face grave. "The Queen is powerful beyond our understanding. Keep her comfortable, follow her instructions, and don't ask too many questions." Emma nodded, though something in the ambassador's tone unsettled her. She had worked with dozens of alien species during her career, but this felt different. The way everyone spoke about Queen Lyrelith carried an undercurrent of fear disguised as reverence. The Queen's quarters occupied the entire upper deck of the station. When Emma first entered, she found herself in what could only be described as a living garden. Bioluminescent plants cast gentle light across flowing water features and crystalline formations that hummed with alien melodies. The air itself seemed alive, carrying scents that shifted from floral to oceanic with each breath. Queen Lyrelith emerged from behind a curtain of hanging vines, and Emma understood immediately why the briefings had failed to adequately describe her. The Netherian ruler stood nearly 7 feet tall, her form elegant and otherworldly. Her skin held a subtle iridescent quality that shifted between deep purple and silver, depending on the angle of light. Most striking were her eyes, large, luminous, and filled with an intelligence that seemed to peer directly into Emma's soul. "So, you are the human they have sent to tend to my need," the Queen said, her voice carrying harmonics that resonated in Emma's chest. "Come closer, child." Emma approached, maintaining the respectful distance she had been instructed to keep. The Queen's presence was overwhelming, not threatening but impossibly vast, like standing at the edge of an ocean. "Your people fascinate me," Lyrelith continued, circling Emma with fluid grace. "Such brief lives, yet you burn so brightly. Tell me, Emma Rodriguez, do you know why I requested a human attendant?" "To strengthen our alliance, Your Majesty," Emma replied, though she sensed the answer was insufficient. The Queen's laugh was like wind chimes in a gentle breeze. "Alliance. Yes, that is what your leaders believe." She paused before Emma, reaching out to touch her face with fingers that felt like cool silk. "But I have other interests." Over the following weeks, Emma settled into her routine. She learned the Queen's preferences for food, prepared her ceremonial garments, and maintained the environmental systems that kept the garden quarters in perfect balance. The work was demanding but rewarding. Despite her alien nature, Lyrelith proved to be engaging company, sharing stories of distant worlds and ancient civilizations. Yet Emma began to notice strange occurrences. During their daily meetings, the Queen would ask seemingly innocent questions about human culture, psychology, and most frequently, about love and emotional bonds. She showed particular interest in human concepts of loyalty and sacrifice. "Your species forms such intense attachments," Lyrelith observed one evening as Emma tended to the luminescent orchids. "You will die for those you care about without hesitation. This devotion, it is not merely biological, is it?" Emma paused in her work. "No, Your Majesty. Love transcends biology for humans. It's what makes us fight so hard against the Convergence. We're protecting not just our lives, but everything we hold dear." The Queen's eyes brightened with an intensity that made Emma's pulse quicken. "Everything you hold dear. Yes, I begin to understand." Strange dreams began plaguing Emma's sleep. Visions of vast networks of light connecting countless worlds. of consciousness flowing like rivers between stars. In these dreams, she felt herself becoming part of something larger, more magnificent than individual existence. She would wake with tears on her cheeks, though she couldn't remember why she had been crying. The turning point came during a routine maintenance check of the Queen's private chambers. Emma discovered a hidden alcove filled with crystalline structures that pulsed with familiar light. As she approached, images flashed through her mind, memories that weren't her own. She saw the Netherian homeworld, not as the peaceful paradise described in diplomatic reports, but as a planet of unified consciousness where individual will had long since been absorbed into collective purpose. Understanding crashed over her, like a wave. The Queen wasn't seeking alliance with humanity. She was studying them, learning how to preserve the fierce individuality that made humans such effective warriors while incorporating them into the Netherian collective consciousness. She wanted to create perfect soldier servants who would fight with human determination, but serve Netherian goals without question. "You have discovered my laboratory," came the Queen's voice from behind her. Emma spun around, finding Lyrelith watching her with expression of mild disappointment. "You were not supposed to find this place for several more weeks. I had hoped to complete the conditioning process gradually." "Conditioning?" Emma whispered, pieces falling into place. The dreams, the strange questions, the way she had begun to feel increasingly devoted to the Queen. It was all part of a careful manipulation. "Do not look so betrayed, dear Emma," the Queen said, approaching with arms outstretched. "What I offer is not slavery, but transcendence. You will retain your precious human spark, while serving a purpose greater than your small wars. Is that not preferable to dying meaninglessly against the Convergence?" Emma backed away, her hand moving to the emergency beacon on her belt. "Humanity will never accept subjugation no matter how you dress it up. They will not have a choice," Lyrelith replied, her form beginning to glow with inner light. "You see, the conditioning process is not limited to direct contact. Every human who has visited this station has been exposed to my influence through the environmental systems. Your ambassadors, your military leaders, they are already beginning to see the wisdom of closer cooperation with my people." The revelation hit Emma like a physical blow. The entire diplomatic mission was a trap, and she had been the unwitting bait. But as the Queen's psychic influence pressed against her mind, Emma felt something unexpected: resistance. Her love for humanity, her determination to protect her species created a barrier that the alien consciousness could not fully penetrate. "Remarkable," the Queen breathed, studying Emma with renewed interest. "Even now you fight me. Your devotion truly does transcend biology." Emma triggered her emergency beacon, knowing it was likely too late. But as alarms began to sound throughout the station, she smiled grimly. The Queen had made one critical error. She had underestimated the very human quality she sought to exploit. Love, true love, could not be controlled or redirected. It could only inspire resistance.